All right. Hello, everybody. Once again, I've just put out lesson 4. Now I'm automatically doing lesson 5 because we're going to get started on another song. This is a song that one of my classes will be performing during our December 6th show. And I would love to have as many 4th and 5th graders performing this as we can. So it's kind of a challenge. It's in lesson 4 we talked about putting together D, G, and A. That is the whole song, and it's good, but it's pretty quick changing. Meaning we're going to do a review here in a minute and go back and do it nice and slow through all the chords, and then we're going to play Twist and Shout. Twist and Shout sounds like this. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2. Notice that. In tas and TTs, we talk about that a lot. So it would go ta, ta, TT. And then right there, it's going to come in a different beat. But it goes ta, ta, TT. 3, 4. 3, 4. Now, I don't expect you to be able to do that yet, but I'm going to show you how to work it into this. So the first thing you're going to do is start with G, and let's do a quick review on G to D. So remember what we talked about last time was bringing the 3rd finger down, 2nd finger over, and just doing it that way so that your fingers can just know where to go. Eventually, these 2 fingers will travel together, and they know what to do. But for now, we do one at a time, and eventually this one's leading the way and this one's following right behind it. And the better that you get at it, the more it just kind of follows. But it takes a little bit. It takes a little practice. So we're going to do this. So D chord, going to the D chord. Okay? Now, let me do that again. I'm trying to get my camera angle a little bit better. Here we go. Ready? Go. G chord, going to the G chord. D chord, back to the D chord. Let's do it one more time. G chord, going to the G chord. If you seem a little bit lost right now, that means that you probably need to go back and review that in lesson 4. That maybe it's been a while since you watched lesson 4 in its entirety, so maybe go back and review that if you're having trouble. Because this lesson is taking up from that you've already learned that. But this is kind of a little review just to make sure, okay? Same thing when you go from G to A. Remember, we drop our 3rd finger down, our 1st finger down to the 3rd string, just like that. And then these 2 fingers just shrink up. They stay where they're at. This one's always on top, this one's always on bottom. 2, 3. 2 on top, 3 on bottom. And that first thing. So the first step is making sure, you get to your 1st finger there, and then drop. Okay, let's do that a couple of times. We'll need this for the song. Okay, here we go. G chord, ready, go. A chord, going to the A chord. G chord, back to the G chord, okay? So once again, if you're having trouble with that, you need to go back to lesson 4 and work on that for a little bit longer, because we're going to have to start speeding it up. When you get to where you can do that consistently, then come on back and start here right at 4 minutes, obviously, right? I'm watching it on the screen. That's pretty cool. So start it back right at 4 minutes, and you'll be right back where we started. Now, so now let's put this together. So we've got, it's going to take us a little bit to get as quick as what we want to do. So we're going to start off doing the same drill we just did, only we're going to do it like the song. We're going to go G chord, going to the G chord. A chord, going to the A chord. D chord, going to the D chord. G chord, going to the G chord. A chord, going to the A chord. D chord, going to the D chord. Okay? That's how we're going to do it. Now I'm gonna do it again just so that you guys can follow along. I realized that I didn't count you guys in, so we'll all do it together. Here we go. Here we go. D, G, A, and then back to D. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, D. G chord, going to the G chord. A chord, going to the A chord. D chord, back to the D chord. G chord, going to the G chord. A chord, going to the A chord. D chord, going to the D chord. G chord, going to the G chord. A chord, back to the A chord, and stop. Right at 6 minutes. So go back to 4 minutes and repeat that process and follow along with me on both of those now that you know what to do, because I did it twice. So if you can do that, then you're ready to move on back up to 6 minutes again, because now we're going to go a little bit faster. Same drill, but it'll be like this. To the G chord, to the A chord, to the D chord. Let's do that together. Grab your D, D, G, A. 1, 2, well, let's go a little slower. 1, 2, ready, go. To the G chord, to the A chord, to the D chord, to the G chord, to the G chord, to the A chord, to the D chord. Okay, very good. Now, to play the song Twist and Shout, it goes 3, 4. Now there's a little bit more strums that go into it, but this is the first way that I teach it, okay? So if you listen to the song, and I'm going to go ahead and post the Beatles singing this live on TV, and you guys can watch them and listen to them and hear how it sounds. But you can actually see they do a little bit more than this, and we'll get there. But this is what I want you to be able to do first: is ta ta ti ti. Now, when I do a TT, I'm gonna roll over here real quick, show you my right hand. When I do a TT, and we'll talk about this in class too, is I actually go down on the first one and up on the second one. So on D, I'm going down, down, and then on G, I'm going down, up. So it goes ta, ta, ti. So tas are down, TTs are down, up. So I'm hitting the strings on the way down and on the way up. I don't know if you will be able to see that or not. So to do that, it's all got to come from your wrist, okay? Okay, so I'm going to move back over here now. So we've got ta, ta, ti, ti. And that A is going to be on an up as well. So it's going to go like this. Down, 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 up, up. Down, down, up, up. Shake it on, baby, now. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on and work it on out. Okay, so that's your goal, is to go ta, ta, ti, ti, up. Now, if you can play that rhythm and your right hand's not really right, I'll forgive you for now. But eventually we've got to make sure that you're going down, 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 up, up. Down, 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 up, up. 3, 4. Down, 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 up, up. 3, 4. Down, 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 up, up. Okay, that's your goal. Now you may need to pause the show right here and work on that and break it into pieces. Do this part first. Go down, 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 up. And work on doing it really, really slow at first. Down, down, switch, down, up. gotta be quick, right? Down, down, up. And then work on from G to A and go down, up, down, up, switch, up, down, up, switch, up, down, up, switch, up. Okay, notice that I'm doing the same switches, but it's just happening quick. So this may take a week. This may take a day for some of you, depending on how hard you're practicing. This may take 2 weeks. It just depends on how much time that you put in it to get to this. But that's the whole song. The whole song goes. Okay? So you can do it. You just gotta start slow and build it up. Make sure that your chords are memorized and that you can go through. If you need to, go back and review lesson 4. That's the wonderful thing about having it on video, is it's kind of frozen to where anytime that you need it, it's there for you. Okay? If you need to review D to A, if you're having trouble with that, then go on back. It's all there for you. So don't just think because you've watched the videos once or twice that you can never go back, because I go back to stuff all the time that I learned back years ago, that I kept notes and things like that. I wish I had videos of some of my old teachers, because there's sometimes I was like, man, I'd really like to see that. So don't feel like you're going backwards if you go and watch the other videos again, and you very well may need to. Okay, so keep it up. I can't wait to hear you guys play it, and it'll be a lot of fun. All right.